central drying systems are made up of a central dryer. They could be many different sizes. We start as low as 200 or 300 pounds an hour sizing, all the way up to 4,000 or 5,000 pounds an hour. With that, we then take the central dryer, which is generating our dry air, and we add what we call our central drying assemblies. So our central drying assemblies, or CDAs, are nothing more than a drying hopper, but Novatec approaches it in a much different way than most other manufacturers. And I'll let Mark Haney talk about the specifics of that.
Yeah, the whole thing is we want to look at that dryer as just a dry air generator. It makes dry air. The dry air generator is sized to support the number of drying hoppers we have in the system. They can be any size, and it depends on the sizes that are necessary for either each machine or each quantity of machines. We may be pulling in some cases to one machine. We may be pulling in other cases to as many as 5 or 6 machines from a single hopper.
So Mark, that's a really important point that you're making, is we're not sizing hoppers anymore, or dryers, based on what the machine's using. We're sizing them based on what the material usage is throughout the plant.
And the really thing that makes Novatec unique over everybody else is the fact that we use heater blower units within these systems in order to provide the heat and airflow to each system. A lot of people have problems. They have to have variable valves. They have to jump through a lot of hoops in order to try to balance a drying system. Sure. Everybody has always said for a long time that Novatec systems are the simplest to install because we have a blower on each of the drying hoppers that pulls off exactly what this hopper requires to dry the quantity of resin going through this drying hopper. We actually monitor in this system the fact that whether or not this drying hopper is being used at any one time. If it's not being used, we can turn the heater off, keep the blower running such that dry air continues to go through this drying hopper, but 90% of the energy goes away.
So what benefit does that provide the user?
So power savings. The reason we call it that is it's power smart. It knows if this hopper is being used at that time. You don't have to have your operators in your plant worried about turning the heaters on, turning the heaters off when the dryer is being used. It does it all automatically.